Black men get the white women that other white men genuinely do not want. You don't get the top of the line white women. You don't. You get leftovers. Look at most of our celebrities. They did not marry women who came from the richest white families. Black money and white money don't behave the same. New black money will jump on any poor white girl and make her a billionaire, Tiger Woods. Rich white woman, rich white money doesn't operate that way. No interracial relationship is acceptable because we have too many black women who are unmarried. Black women are the largest population on the planet Earth. If you can't find one in America, get it from Africa. If you can't get it from Africa, go to the Caribbean, go to Canada, go to Europe. Why would a black man need to copulate, build a family with anything other than a black woman when you have so many black women available? It is an exercise in self-hatred. There's no way to get around it.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as per the title, guys, you can see the Dusty of the day is this male that we spoke about him a few months back because you guys know Joe Budden, he has a podcast that is called The Pod's Wife. And this male, he went viral because black male doing what they do best. They feel like whenever they go out here and they get with these non-black women, in order for them to uplift these women, these males somehow feel like they have to belittle black women within the mix. So once again, doing what black males do best, he went on the Joe Budden podcast and he decided that he was going to quote the other dust bucket himself, Omar Johnson. He ultimately came out here and say black women want them to already be accomplished, while he were literally just sitting across telling Becky and everybody else that were in the room why these non-black women, they are willing to build with them as a black male. So just a little reminder, this woman here, she was in a previous marriage. Their marriage came to a demise and basically she walked away with a good bag, and actually she already had kids also. So what this male was doing, he was auditioning, wanting to see that by him coming out here talking down on black women, if Becky was gonna willy-nilly gonna give him her money. He was working very hard to get within that will. Becky was like, absolutely not. So now that you guys have a backstory, I wanted to come on here and bring an update because I have told you guys over and over, it don't necessarily matter what group of women the lowest hanging group of society tend to get with. At the end of the day, these men can only be who they are, and we already know who they are is not someone pleasant. So it's literally only a matter of time before they show their true self. So now this is what's happening with them.
And Keno, you ain't had no business being with Edith knowing you was broke. Now, the Joe Budden Network finishes up their season of Pod Wives, and it gets revealed that Edith and Keno had broken up.
Yeah, I mean, she did look really happy downstairs. Yeah. With her back to you.
She's not happy.
I'm actually very happy. I'm actually very happy.
You just told me you wasn't.
I said I'm very happy.
Really?
As a person, I'm very happy, yes. Am I happy that we're not together anymore? No, but I'm still very happy.
Can I also say something that I heard that a little birdie told me off air?
Messy. Joe, you messy.
I heard that one of you went Mercedes shopping right after the breakup.
That would be her.
How do you hear rumors like that right away?
Streets talk. Streets be out there talking. Streets talk. Streets be talking.
Streets are talking, huh?
So who went? You did?
We went.
Okay. Retail therapy.
That's one of my issues with her, though, when she do that type of stuff.
What do you mean one of your issues with her when she do that type of stuff? You mean spend her own money? But the brokey had more to say.
What?
That's an issue to you?
She was the one with the money, right?
Car shopping?
That
No,
she-
she's not the one with the money.
She the one with the money.
That's a regret of mine. That's a regret of mine.
Well, because Keno, you used to drive her car.
Oh.
Yes, you did. You drove it to one Pod Wives. You did.
No. Her car was easier to drive.
That's
Drive
okay.
her car. It's a smaller.
I mean, the
car.
perks of being with Edith. It was a nice car. And
No. It's
That man is a certified bum because not you was driving her car to work. Now, if the tea in the episode wasn't already good, listen to the question that Mark Lamont poses to Edith and Keno and pay very close attention on how Edith answers this question.
Do you think this is the person you're supposed to be with?
absolutely.
There you go.
And I haven't always treated her like that.
Okay.
And that's the biggest fuck up. I've always acted as if, I think she takes it as I'm treating her as she's replaceable. I try to act as if I don't need her, but I do. I do. A lot.
Is this the person for you?
Yes. I mean, I thought he was going to be my person.
She said, yes, I thought this was going to be the person for me. Now, Keno over here dry begging like Carl Thomas, even though Carl Thomas knew that woman was married. Carl, you knew that woman was married. And Edith seems very nonchalant about the relationship. Like, well, I thought he was the person for me. He was not. And ipso facto, the relationship is over. Now, Joe Budden hasn't announced season 2 of Pod Wives, but when he does, I'll keep you guys posted.
Don't you guys think it is quite interesting that he did all that auditioning for him coming out here disrespecting black woman while attempting to uplift this Becky? I think what is so comical about this whole predicament is that this male thought that by him coming out here talking down on black woman, this would have given him brownie points with Becky. But little did he know, I'm pretty sure she saw all of the conversation that us as black women, we were having out here online. So Becky decided that she just no longer, like she just said for herself, she didn't want to continue to be on this roller coaster. Haven't I told you guys it's literally only a matter of time? Whenever you see one of the lowest hanging group of society continuously coming out here attempting to pedestalize these women for the public consumption, we already know behind closed door it's a complete different story, because you guys just heard her say for herself she was in a situation with this male that she no longer cared to be in, because he also spoke about how he would make her feel like she's not important. And does that ring a bell for you guys? Because again, these males know that they will never amount to these type of women. In order for them to try to break this woman, and that's whether they're willing to tolerate a black woman, whether it's a Becky, whether it's a Maria, whether it's a Ling, at the end of the day, you guys know, these males, even though they don't have an education, they don't have a pot to piss in our window to throw it out. In his case, he spoke about how he was driving her car because it was easier to drive. AKA translation, she had a nicer car. You guys also saw when, I love the lady that she said, didn't someone went car shopping after y'all break up? And you guys also noticed that he said this is what really gets him upset, because Becky, she has her money. Isn't this woman entitled to go and do whatever she wants with her money? But because this male, he felt entitled to this woman money, because we already know these male are the least employed group of male, but they're always coming out here wanting you to spend your money on them. And it doesn't necessarily matter how you obtain this money, because I can assure you guys, people are talking about she's very wealthy. I can assure you the husband that she divorced and she got all of this money from, trust me and believe me when I say it is not one of the lowest hanging group of society. So regardless of them continuously coming out here talking about how these group or male are so envious of them or so jealous of them, why do you feel so entitled to be able to spend this money? Once again, like I have said over and over, these males don't necessarily have anything that they have to offer any group of women. That is not emotional support. That is not financial stability. That is not them being a good partner, because he himself just came out and say he will try to make her feel like she's not important. Again, these are some of the tactics that these low-hanging group of society utilize in order for them to try to get these women broken down. Again, these male on a daily basis comes out here and prove everything that me and other black content creator has been saying for the longest of time. Notice how he just spoke about how he had to leave her house after they broke up. He was also out here driving her car because it was quote unquote nicer. I can assure you guys, this guy also probably didn't even have a job. Once again, never have a pot to piss in our window to throw it out of, but they have a lot of audacity. You guys know I also had to bring a few comments on here for you guys. So as you guys can see, the first commentator say green dress came to specifically clog his tea. I know she was happy when she heard they broke up. Say quote unquote, that's one of my issues with her. Well, sir, it isn't an issue anymore. She gone. This one say no. Her car was easier to drive, so you drive it. This one say, homegirl in the green was not play with him, OMG. This one say, he mad at that money he didn't get to spend. Exactly. This one say, y'all see how she's glowing post breakup? Because these male are literal vampire. They will drain every group of women that are delusional enough to give them access to them. This one say, quote unquote, her car was easier to drive. Again, the translation for that is she had a nicer car. She seemed to like Mercedes, so it probably was a Mercedes. This one say, I like how they're collectively clowning him. Let's bring back Sheem. This one say, oh, the tea is teen. This one say, remember when he insisted that the money she had for her children was also accessible to him? This dust bucket here say, what's her IG? Because at the end of the day, we already know whenever one of these lowest hanging group of society know that a woman unfortunately is interested in their kind. Oh, and if she do have $5 more, we already know all of these little dust bucket are going to line up to come out here in addition, just like this dust bucket here was auditioning for Becky. But as you guys can see, all of that pandering, all of what he was coming out here talking negatively about black women in order for him to lift her up. Notice it didn't really work. This one says she looks so much better without him. This one say, yeah, this relationship needed to end. This one say, I love green dress, clock it. And lastly, guys, I want to conclude with this comment that you guys are viewing here. She says, she's still communicating in a way that tiptoes around his ego. Yes, I thought he was. The answer was no, but the way he was looking at her, she felt the need to soften it, shaking my head. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, as you guys can see, like I have been telling you guys for the longest of time, it don't matter how many times black male come out here and they pedestalize these non-selected group of women. At the end of the day, we already know their little dusty union. It's never gonna last because they're not in this union for genuine reason. They came together because of the shared hatred that they have for you as a black woman. And Becky, she continued to talk about her ex-husband. So I'm pretty sure this dust bucket, he was a rebound. Nonetheless, guys, I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this Dusty a few months coming out here talking about Umar Johnson say that us as black women, we want them to already be a complete product, but then these other group of women, they're willing to build them up. And as you guys can see, Becky was like, no, we're not. Nonetheless, guys, this is all that I have to say on this whole predicament. What are your thoughts and opinion, or please get in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.
Black women, it's time to hold ourselves accountable because we are reaping what we sowed. We have lied and gassed black men up for centuries, letting them think that they are kings with no kingdoms, letting them think that they are the emperor when they are naked. And now we are dealing with the consequences of those actions. Instead of being honest with black men and requiring them to do better for not only themselves, but the community that they helped create, we have allowed them to tear it apart and then put it back together quietly behind their backs and then still let them get the credit for it.